Thank you for tuning in and welcome back, team. In today's episode of Home Buying Tips, you'll learn about buying your first home, 10 steps to your new doorstep. My name is Andrew Finney, your real estate geek. If you need help finding a top agent where you live, or if you simply want to drop me a line to say hello, my contact info is below. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel now and like this video. Okay, team, let's talk about this. So, buying your first home is a really big deal, right? It's not like going and buying a car. It's not like buying a pair of shoes. It's not like buying a suit or anything else. And it can be a lot of fun and it can be super exciting, but it can also be downright confusing. So let's cut through the mess and let's go ahead and break this down in 10 easy steps that are going to lead you to your new doorstep. The first thing that you want to do before you do anything is absolutely sit down and really think and establish your real estate goals. What is it that you're looking for in a home? Why is it that you're buying a new home? And how long do you plan on living there? By putting things into perspective and doing some soul search and first defining your real estate objectives, you'll be ready to next put together a high-level budget and find out how much home you can afford. By the way, you can use my website, Andrew Finney Team. Go over to the mortgage calculator. I'll put the link down below in the show more description so you can go ahead and start getting an idea of how much home you can afford by using that calculator. If you have any questions about it, let me know. We're here to help. Okay, so the other thing to consider is, are you going to be buying a primary residence? Do you want more like an investment property, a condo, a single family home, a multiplex? There's a lot of options out there. So you need to really define what you're looking for, and by being clear on your own goals, it will help you with step number 2, which is start building your dream team. So your dream team is going to consist of a lot of key players. It really does take a village to buy and sell a home. In this case, when we're talking about buying a home, your best advice, my best counsel to you is absolutely to find a reputable real estate agent, a trusted real estate advisor that's a top agent in the market, that's going to make the time for you, that's passionate about helping you. And again, if you need help, just let me know. You want to make sure you're reading through those recommendations, that you're checking out those reviews, and that you're vetting them thoroughly, because this is the person that you're going to be putting your trust into to help you buy your biggest investment, your biggest asset. The roof that covers your head at night is your buyer agent. So make sure that you put together a good team, because having the right trusted real estate advisor can make or break a deal, and it can also make or break your finances. The right trusted real estate advisor is already going to be in league with the great local loan officers, great home inspectors, great home warranty companies, and they're going to have the partnerships ready to make it as easy as possible for you. Going back to when we say start building the dream team, the dream can be real if you do your planning now. Now, the third thing that you want to do after building your dream team is you actually want to talk to a local loan officer. Now, going back to building your dream team, starting with your trusted real estate advisor, then what you want to do is you want to ask them for a great local loan officer that refer you to, that's going to have the time and is going to have the inclination to want to chat with you, talk to you about your mortgage options, and have a darn right honest talk about your money so that you know what's going to be looking over. This is a huge financial endeavor, and even though the mortgage interest rates are going up right now currently, and it's anyone's guess where they go, it sounds like they're just going to keep going up and up, at least ways for the near future, they're still historically low and far better than some of the times that maybe your parents or people that you know of that had purchased a home that paid maybe a 12% to 18% mortgage interest rate, which is just completely absurd in my opinion. At the same time, you know what? You still establish your max budget. You can get an idea of what your monthly payment amounts and loan programs are, and in establishing how much money that you want for your monthly mortgage, then you can start reverse factoring how much home loan you actually need to be able to get into the home that you're looking for. Your lender, your local loan officer, will equip you with a pre-approval letter. And just to be clear, this is very important, especially with all the hubbub out there, to get this right. Whenever you chat with a loan officer, they absolutely need to do 4 things. They need to verify your income. They need to verify your assets. They need to verify your credit and your employment situation. They got to verify that. If they're not doing that, if they're not asking you for 2 years tax returns, 2 years W-2s, 2 months bank statements, 1 month pay stubs, your identification cards, and running your credit and everything, then you're not getting a pre-approval letter, and you can wipe your butt with what they do give you, because that's worthless. And that's just being honest with you. I don't want to see you get hurt. I was working with a client recently. We had this conversation. They met me on Zillow and everything. Really wonderful, super sweet family. And they came to me with a pre-approval letter from a different loan officer. And well, it didn't work out, and it was really, really disappointing for them. And my heart really goes out to them. And now they're in touch with one of the great local loan officers here, Bill Marin, that I work with, and I also work with Josh Kumar too. Really great local loan officers in Las Vegas, by the way. Anyways, back to them. So what happened with them is they were told they were pre-approved for a certain amount of money. Well, we went and saw a house. They fell in love with the house. They were ready to write an offer. We gave it a try, and we negotiated and negotiated and negotiated, and we got the deal put together, right? The next step was to open the escrow. Guess what happens? 2 hours, not 2 hours after we opened that escrow, that loan officer had the nerve to send an email that says, oh, by the way, I made a mistake. I didn't verify a couple of things, and they can't get approved for that amount of money. That sucks, and it's infuriating, and it hurts, and it doesn't have to be that way. So please make sure that you're working with a trusted real estate advisor so that you can get referred to a great local loan officer that's going to take the time to do the job right. Don't believe all that hubbub you hear on the radio, you see on even some of these YouTube advertisements these days that come on the beginning of these videos are kind of ostentatious, and some of the stuff that you see on television. Everything is a process, and if you go out, follow the process correctly, everything's going to work out well. So now let's talk about the fun stuff. The fun stuff is beginning your house hunt. After you got your dream team put together, you get your mortgage pre-approval letter, you're ready to have fun. Your ducks are now in a row, you're ready to start the house hunt, and you have your agent sign you up for direct feed to new listings like open houses and what's coming on the market, as it's coming on the market, tracking recent activity, quickly evaluating the needs of the property, make sure that it matches your criteria, and you're like, guess what? I'm ready to go see homes. So then you're gonna come up with a list of your top 3 of the 5 homes that you want to go see. You're gonna call your agent, set those appointments, and you'll get ready to pounce on one whenever you find the right one for you. So the 5th step is actually getting your offer accepted. After you've done all that negotiation, kind of like what we're talking about, and making sure you have the right local loan officer, once you get that offer accepted, then it's time to put in the offer. And you need to be aware, especially depending on the market climate, whether it's a seller's market, buyer's market, or a normal market, if there are any offer deadlines. Sometimes sellers will say, hey, we're accepting offers until such and such a date. If you wish to make an offer, please go ahead and do it before then. If not, then we were not going to entertain any more offers. And it's really, really important to make sure you don't miss the boat there. Now, your trusted real estate advisor will be able to provide and will provide you guidance on how to structure an offer that is the most competitive for the situation of that property so that it can assist you in getting your offer accepted and provide you the timeline for the way that the transaction and outlines any special terms and or contingencies involved with it, from the home inspection to the mortgage. Because once your offer gets accepted, your offer can be done 3 things when you submit the offer. A seller's either going to accept your offer, reject your offer, or counter your offer, essentially like negotiations, right? And let's keep the fingers crossed that everything works well and they just accept your offer. The 6th step that you're going to take is doing your due diligence after you open escrow. And you're saying, what the heck is due diligence? I've heard it in like legal terms, Andrew, but what is it in real estate? It's a great point. So whenever you get ready to go into escrow and you've deposited your earnest money deposit, and be sure when you're making your deposit that you're calling the escrow officer to verify your wiring instructions that you get, verify that routing number and account number to make sure that nobody's trying to snipe off your hard-earned money. But when you go into due diligence period, what you're going to be looking at is you're going to get what's called a preliminary title report from the escrow officer. You're going to order your home inspection. You're going to meet with your lender and review what's called loan estimates and loan disclosures. They're going to turn around and order the home appraisal. And then whenever you get the home inspection report back, you're going to request repairs as needed and then be able to move forward onto the next phase of the escrow. But you're taking care of a lot of this stuff very, very, very quickly. And it's also the time to ask your agent and verify that if there were anything that required permits done on that property, that they are in the process of getting that information. Generally, before you even write an offer and working with a trusted real estate advisor, you're going to have a good idea if something was permitted or not from day one before you even get this far. At the same time, if it wasn't, this is a time that you want to do that to make sure that you're not inheriting someone else's hot, smelly mess, okay? So introduce yourself to the neighbors. Go ahead and double check the crime mapping links in your location. I'll go ahead and put one down here. Let me know if it works in where you're at in city and state, please. If you got some other great crime mapping links, share it in the comment section below so our team can continue to learn and grow together. Thanks. So the seventh step is if your state requires an attorney, you're going to want to get ready to go ahead and lasso you an attorney into the deal to go ahead and start reviewing the purchase and sale of the property to make sure everything's in accordance and everybody's good to go going forward. The eighth thing to do is now to get ready to secure your final securing of your mortgage. So even though you got the pre-approval up front, through the mortgage process, you're going to be asked for additional documentation as needed. It's going to go to underwriting, final underwriting, and that's where anytime that they have more questions, maybe a specific transaction was done in your bank account, or maybe something was they have a question about, that's the time to respond to the lender as quickly and swiftly as possible to keep your deal moving forward and moving on to step number 9, which is about to be the fun part. And it's kind of fun. It's the time that you got to get your wrist all loosened up. You got to do your stretches, you know. You got to have some fun because you're getting ready to go to the title office. And when you go to the title officer, what you're going to do is you're going to begin passing the papers around, and you're going to just start signing all your documents. And once it's done, maybe this much, it's a lot. It's a pretty good sized book, a couple hundred pages or so. Fortunately, not all of them have to be signed by you, but at the same time, a lot of them do. So get your hand ready to go and sign. Because after that's done and your loan has funded, the property has recorded into your name, meaning that it's now legally yours, it's time to pop the champagne and celebrate. Welcome to your new home. This has been a fun 10-step journey with you and teaching you how to prepare to buy your new home. If you have some questions about this video, I'll put my contact information up right now. Let me know if you need some help finding a top agent or you just simply want to drop me a line to say hi. I always enjoy hearing from you. Now, here's the fun part. Tell me what you got from this video in the comment section below. What one of these 10 steps really popped out in your mind's eye? Was it number 1, actually taking the time to plan this out? Was it number 2, building your dream team? Or was it number 6, all the different things that you got to go through in the buyer due diligence and to be prepared for? Tell us what stuck out to you in the comment section below. Now, if you haven't already done so, I'm going to ask you to do 3 things. Number 1, please subscribe to this channel. Number 2, please like this video. Number 3, please share this video around with someone you know is going to be able to help. Thanks team for sticking in there with me today. Please do share this video around with someone that is going through the home buying process right now. It'll help avoid a lot of confusion for them. In between now and next time, I'm wishing you and yours a lifetime full of love, wealth, abundance, and happiness. See you soon.